You want to start with that? All
Okay.
right. Blind opening. Yeah.
Me and Trevor were
Start
just
here.
talking about how there's no time to open our Legos or build our Legos. So I'm curious what this is. I'm gonna say it's not Animal Crossing.
It's not Animal Crossing. The Animal Crossing ones are really small. I'll give you three guesses. How about that?
Can you help me narrow it down a little bit though? Can you tell me like is it like a video game? Is it like Nintendo or
It's something that we've seen and that we've reviewed on the show. How
it's
about
a
that?
movie, man?
What's up?
It's a movie or a show.
It's a show.
It's a show. Okay.
That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Oh God. Okay.
Don't go into the library. Use your
I
brain.
don't like TV show Legos though. Uh,
This is a special one though.
no, you bastard. No.
What? What?
It's One Piece, isn't it?
It's the One Piece. It's the One Piece
Which
set.
one?
It's the ship.
You
Right.
beautiful son of a bitch.
I know. It's not even
Oh
like
my
sold
God.
out. It's actually pretty easy to get.
No, I want that one. It's just again the time that it comes down to. Dude, you have the what do they call it? The old Mary?
It's called the Going Mary. There you go. There it is.
Oh, okay. All right then. For goddamn enough. Damn. What is it? The old Mary? Or I can't remember the name. But
Yeah,
no.
there it is.
Oh
There it
man,
is.
that's awesome.
Yeah. I wish I had some time to like actually,
Well,
sit down and build it. It's a huge set.
You
How many
know,
pieces is it?
when I was a kid, I used to like look at the Lego system. I'm like, what kind of loser actually builds the set? Build what you want to build. Like, be creative. Now I'm like, what kind of psychopath doesn't build the set? Who makes their own thing? That will never be as cool.
I mean, look, as a kid, I played a lot with Legos, and I had like a big like bucket of like, and I would just every day I would just build something different,
Mhm.
and that was always really fun. But like, come on, like this is gonna look really cool on my shelf.
Dude,
Like,
yes. Oh, yes.
I even made like I moved around my books in my shelf so I could have a spot for it. I
You,
hope it's big enough for it.
okay, all right, let's dive into a little bit of nerddom really, really quick before we dive into the rest
Yeah.
here. I've been getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Not the new stuff. I'm sorry.
Okay.
With all due respect, Funk Synchro tuners and all that other stuff. I don't understand
Yeah.
it. I don't want to understand it. But like classic Yu-Gi-Oh, right? So I actually started I re-upped and I made an entire list of cards that I want and whatnot and what cards I have. I
Yeah.
found out I have an $1,100 Blue Eyes White Dragon.
And yet you're sitting here with me? Like, get that
I
mint. Like,
No, well, that's why. No, I'm saving my cards. I joke, but it's true that this is Ollie's inheritance between my Yu-Gi-Oh cards and my comic books. And apparently, Nikki, I was gonna give away my movie buckets. I was gonna be like, oh, you can dump them or whatever. And Nikki's like, no, like you collected them. Like leave those for Ollie and leave those for me. I'm like, oh, okay.
yeah.
No, you guys would want them.
Yeah. It's all right. I know how it feels to like get into like cards.
Expensive fucking hobby, man.
There's a One Piece card
I didn't know they
game.
made a One Piece card again.
I was with Jimmy and we were hanging out in like a store and like they had like cards like perfect and I was like, you know what? I'll get like a pack just to like have like a pack of like because he
Yeah.
because he got like cards for like a game that he does play and then I got like two more
One sec, mate.
and like okay yeah so we're there and like I was like I'll just get and so I got like three and I hate to say it but like goddamn they're like really good quality. This is not the quality that I had like Yu-Gi-Oh cards as a kid. This is so much better.
Let me see the front
So
of it. The face.
oh, that's Tony Chopper.
I like the card
Like
design.
yeah, they're really cute. Like I would honestly like get a lot more into it if I knew that it wasn't going to like become my whole life. There's Jinbei, you know. Yeah, so it's gonna be an anime themed episode, everyone. If
Fuck it.
y'all are cool
Oh,
with that,
you know what we should do?
go ahead.
Come on. You should hit the intro.
Thank you for welcoming us into your headphones. My name is Chama.
I'm Eddie.
Reviewing Chainsaw Man, the Reze arc, and this is the rollback. Everybody is after my chainsaw heart, but what about Denji's heart? In a brutal war between devil hunters and the secret enemies, a mysterious girl named Reze has stepped into Denji's world and he faces his deadliest battle yet, fueled by love in a world where survival knows no rules. So, I don't know if you know this, but like you know how I'm always talking about Letterbox and how I'm obsessed with Letterbox because it helps me track every movie I watch.
Yeah.
Every year, Letterbox does this year in review thing where the year ends and Letterbox is like, so collectively, all the Letterbox users, we watched this many movies, these many hours, like these were like the ongoing trends, and at the end they say like these are the 10 highest rated movies of 2025. Um, number and we saw like the usual suspects like Sinners is at number 9, Sentimental Value is at number 6, One Battle After Another is at number 4, Marty Supreme is at number 3. Do you want to guess what was the highest rated movie of 2025 according to the users of Letterboxd?
Smashing Machine.
Yeah, that didn't even crack the top 250.
Superman.
It's there, I think.
Is it top 10?
Wait.
If not, Letterbox is a goddamn lie.
It's not a lie. It's actually all true because it's all statistics. Math does not lie to you, man. But I can tell you this. You know what? Just I'll entertain you. We'll see where Superman ended up. Superman ended up in wait, number 36. Number 36 of the year.
Too low. Too low. But
Do you want
whatever.
to
Whatever.
guess?
It's just
Do you
a
want to
comic
guess
book
number
movie
one?
with a beating heart. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm assuming number two was the Rezi arc.
No, number 2 was The Voice of Hind Rajab.
Who?
Just because it's not American doesn't mean that it wasn't, important and big.
But number one was the Rezi arc.
Number 1 was Chainsaw Man, the Reze arc. That's right. According to the use of Letterboxd, this has a 4.4 user rating, which is like incredible. I mean, that was the spot that Doom Part 2 got last year, and now here we are, 2025 as Chainsaw Man at the top of the list. So, we have an interesting connection with Chainsaw Man because I actually read the manga. One of the few times where like I read the manga for before the anime even came out because I knew that it had so much hype and it was so good. It was like incredible. And Mappa, which is a studio, decides to animate this in a very interesting way because they actually make it look very like slow paced and realistic, and they actually take their time to make it look more unique. And because of that, the Chainsaw Man anime looks like no other. It's a unique looking anime, and we had a thing where like I was so hyped for it that you actually jumped into watching it as well, and we're reviewing it week by week on this podcast, which is a feat that we haven't repeated with any other show. So we have a relationship with Chainsaw Man, and then movie came out that instead of being like a non-canon, just a special event movie, it actually moves the story along, pushes the characters forward, and is essentially the next part of the story. So we finished the anime, first season of the anime, and then it's this movie, and officially confirmed season 2 is coming very, very soon.
Good.
So what were your thoughts on the Chainsaw Man anime, and then how do you feel about Chainsaw Man the movie Reza arc?
I mean, I remember saying how much I love the anime. It was amazing. It was weird. It was stupid. It was complicated, but I loved it. I remember being a huge fan of the anime. And I remember just being kind of disappointed about how long it was going to take in between seasons, which I kind of get it, right? Like between seasons one and two, where typically there's a longer wait period, which I can understand. I was really hoping for more a lot sooner. Luckily, this movie, I don't want to say it was satiated my appetite, but at the very least, it's it'll hold me over. My only complaint, and I'll get this out of the way right now with this film, my only complaint is that it wasn't longer. This movie could have been 2 hours. I think it could have been 2.5 hours, and it still would have been great. But when your biggest complaint is give me more, I think that's a compliment. It's like Sinners and being like this movie is almost 3 hours. Bitch, make it four. It's a compliment. It is nothing but a compliment. So I'll say that much. Um, as far as I'm concerned with this film, I don't think I've liked an animated film this much since, and again, this is a compliment, Dragon Ball Z Broly. But I'm talking a lot. Let's start with you. Do you want to break this down from the beginning to end? You just want to, do you have any criticisms of this film, actually, now that I think about it? What
Always,
do you even so I was just doing nothing but praising this goddamn movie because it's of how
yeah,
amazing it is.
yeah.
But I guess before we get into all the praising, do you even have any criticisms of this movie? Because again, my only one is that there's not enough. Like, I wish there was more. That's all. That's
I
all I.
think uh I think something interesting that happened with the first season and then with this one is that there was a little bit of disconnect with the animation style. Mappa wanted to do this very interesting, different adaptation from like the other shows where like this is more slow, it's more serious, there's a lot of room to like breathe. And because of that, scenes that are very, very tough hit hardest. A lot of people were not a fan of that style, especially in Japan. They thought this was too Americanized, if you can believe that.
Really?
Uh, which is weird because I think most Americans are gonna see this thing and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this? This is too weird." Um, but
Was it
this
how bombastic it was? Is that what they didn't like?
it's so interesting because they had that problem with like the first season, and they were like, okay, we're gonna try something different with the movie. And I think the movie actually finds a good middle ground between like, let's make that a realistic like little switch, and then also let's make this as fucking crazy as this movie. I don't want to jump too far ahead, but like a reminder, this is a movie that ends with a man with chainsaw heads and chainsaw arms riding a shark on a fire tornado. Okay, this is not for the faint of heart. This is
Mm.
not, this is not your mom's like,
Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon like anime. This is goddamn Chainsaw Man. And I was into that. Like I was into that. Actually really like the style. I do have like my only like worry is are they gonna remain with the style of the movie for season two, or are they gonna go back to like the colder, cooler look of the season one? I don't know. That's my only like thing where I'm like, okay, like, is this change gonna be for good or for bad? We're gonna have to wait until season two for like to see that. I don't want to think too ahead yet, but
Mhm.
my God, I thought this animation was stellar. I thought the way they told the story was great. If you're familiar with the anime, you're gonna feel right at home here. This is I would actually be a little worried about people who haven't watched the anime jumping straight into this. I feel like they're gonna be a little bit confused. There's already a lot of like um, questions or like misinterpretations of the anime that I think people have without having seen it. They already have an idea of what it is. When no, it's actually a deeper, colder story, and I think it deserves that time and attention, and absolutely deserves an adaptation of this caliber. From the way that it starts to the way that it ends, there's no recap. There's no. It's just setup and an ending that like closes out this part of the story that advances the motivations of the characters and makes you question what's going on here.
Mhm.
People who haven't read the manga are gonna be like, I'm interested about where this is gonna go for next and where the characters end up with. Um, I think it's absolutely fantastic. I adore this movie. Um, the movie even has like a little opening song, or like
Mhm.
a little opening, like
Yeah.
anime openings. Like everyone loves anime openings. Even people who don't like anime openings. And those
Mhm.
of you who are like, no, I don't. Yes, you fucking do.
Don't
Okay,
lie.
don't lie to me. Don't lie to Eddie. Don't lie to yourself. Okay,
Mhm.
everyone loves anime openings. So yeah, I that was actually my most listened song of 2025. The opening to this is called Iris Out, which is this like electro New Jack Swing kind of thing, which I
Mhm.
adored. I'm gonna also sing praises about this movie. Spoilers, I don't really have any criticisms of it. But also
Expect this on
I
Gemma's top 10 in about a month.
yeah, but also this is gonna be really interesting because I know what happens next. So like I can fill in the gaps for a lot of things that they haven't been answered yet, but I don't know how people who haven't, read ahead feel about like how this closed out. What about you? What are your criticisms of the movie?
Okay, my criticism is that it wasn't long enough. That's it. Like,
Oh
like
yeah.
I wish that there was more because I have how much I like Chainsaw Man, and I really like this animation style. Like I said, when I say it reminded me a lot of Dragon Ball Z Broly, Dragon Ball Super Broly. Um, again, that's not a knock. That's a ringing endorsement. That's when I say an animated film is on the level of Pixar, I'm
Yeah.
praising it. That is a compliment that I can give. the animation style in this, it feels like a movie to a TV show because the show, as crisp as it was, they didn't have this level of detail and shadowing in every episode, right? Because it's a show, right? You get an 8 episode run, and that's where you're at, or 10 or 12, how many episodes you get. Uh, you can tell that this movie was crafted by hand. There are moments where the 3D animation kind of takes me out a little bit, if I'm being honest. Although again, that does happens in like the DBZ stuff too, right? Like 3D animate transitioning from 2D to 3D is a bit of Wonga
Anime
compared.
does not have it down yet. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if they ever will. I would rather them keep 2D if possible. But
yeah,
that being said, going into this film blind as far as not knowing what to expect because I haven't read the anime. I'm in the manga. I'm not. So going in, I went into this blind. I didn't know Rezi was the bomb devil. All I knew was, oh, that's nice. He has a love interest. That's so sweet. And I'm like,
yeah.
and I'm not even joking with you at the uh at the festival where when Denji's spending time with her, I had formed the idea of the synopsis in my head. I was like, okay, Makima's gonna find out that he's looking at this other girl. She's gonna send like some kind of overreacting demon to draw Denji away and maybe even kill Reze, and Denji's trying to protect her. Like Reze has to die before the end of this film, but I think is that what turns Denji against Makima? Is that? Because I couldn't make it work because obviously he goes on like a little date with her and which folks, if you go on a 5 film movie marathon, that's too much. All right, that's too much. I'm sorry, it's too much.
I say not enough. Skill issue.
As someone who loves film, if I spent 8 a.m. till midnight watching nothing but movies at the movie theater, at some point it's too much. Like
Skill issue.
go
I
touch
disagree.
grass. Go touch grass.
That's
Um,
what the next date is for.
God.
Next day,
Um,
we don't look at our screens, just to balance it out.
I mean, God, I felt bad for Denji because Makima's that was very clearly a friend zoned moment. Like she knows what she's doing. She's kind of, he has a crush on me. I can use this, which
I
Denji
can't.
never
T
left.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you, but
I
it's
know she's evil.
good, brother. It's good, brother.
I
It's
know she's
good.
evil.
You don't know how evil. Like,
She
yeah,
killed his only chance at happiness, apparently.
you'll see. Like, but
Um,
yeah, but yeah, yeah. I love that
but
this movie
then
sets
you
up.
find out
Yeah,
Rezi is the Bond
yeah.
demon, and that blew my fucking mind. I was like, wait, what? Click.
Yeah, that
Oh
little
man.
combo of reveal where like they're kissing and there's like this fireworks going on and like you think that everything is okay and like the music is sweeping and like everything is great and then you see like Denji starts to like bleed from his mouth and you see like Reze smiling and she has his tongue like right
Yeah,
in her mouth. And like by the way, amazing design, the little like choker clip the like for a
yeah,
grenade, that's genius.
I
That's
agree.
like that's you wouldn't think about it until like it comes out and you're like Jesus Christ, like that's great.
Yeah,
Uh but I want to shout out one specific scene and you probably remember this, but like there's a moment where like after she does that and like Beam, who's the shark fiend,
yeah.
comes and rescues Denji and is like, no, 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 that's the bomb, that's the bomb, let's get out of here. There's like a moment where like it's just Reze and she's looking at them like as they leave and it's like dark and it's like red and you can see just her looking directly at the camera like directly at the screen. I felt like something out of like a horror. I felt like that. I was like a little scared looking at it. I thought it was fantastic.
Fair.
Um and then that little like she just goes boom and it's just like the chaos starts, madness starts, there's bombs going everywhere.
We're
Awesome.
we're missing a small scene actually. So
Yeah.
leading up to this, like they have a meet cute, which is actually really cute.
Yeah.
They sneak into a school to swim, and she teaches Denji how to swim. Um, there's a moment, however, afterwards where she goes to the bathroom, and right before this, we had a scene with a serial killer.
Yeah.
Um, right, and he's talking about how like he broke someone. How? Oh, I skinned his wife and kids in front of him alive, and he stopped fighting. Um, so we see him, and initially, even for me, I'm like, is he the one Makima sending after Denji? Like, because I had that preconceived notion of I know she's gonna interfere. I just don't know when and where. Turns out I was right. It was just way too early. Um, and Rezi handles him. Like they built this guy up in one scene just to get fucking demolished in the next, which is I think goes back to that whole bit of like I kind of wish this movie was longer because imagine we had a few scenes of him like building him up as oh we think he's a villain. Oh no, he's not. She is. Which also, did you catch the spider and the butterfly?
Yeah, right when they're swimming, and like
Yeah,
it's
I
like a
was
little
like,
metaphor to that.
so who's the spider?
Yeah,
Because again, I don't know when Rizzy's dying. I know she's dying, and I know Makima's causation of it.
yeah.
I just didn't know when.
Which like you were right about that, but like not for the reasons that you thought.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
no.
which is great. I think it's a great misdirection. And Makima. So look, I've read ahead. I know what happens next. To me, Makima is like one of the greatest like written characters like ever, probably like at least in like the genre. Yeah,
Real quick, I want you to give spoilers. I'm in it for the journey. I don't give a damn if I already know what's gonna happen. I'm still gonna watch. So by all means,
yeah.
folks, Chema's gonna give spoilers, but please tell me everything.
I'm not gonna spoil what happens with Makima, and I'm not gonna reveal what she is and like her plan or anything. I'm not gonna do that. I'll be fair to just the people that want to hear about the movie, but I will say that it makes sense and that there is a reason why she does all this and why this is set up and what her motivation is and what her powers are and everything. But I love the way she's written. I adore this character. I love because everything that comes next, like when they reveal like what she's and everything, it makes the whole series like feel creepier. It makes the series feel darker. It makes it feel scarier even. Like I think she's generally fucking terrifying. Um, but a big thing is that remember, and this is something very important, my boy Denji is a victim. My boy Denji
100%.
is constantly taken advantage of and making believe that romantic love will somehow save him, which is why Reze is such a good counteract and a good co-protagonist to this movie and to this arc because it moves Denji forward as like in this story. I don't know if you realize, but we don't see Denji transform into the Chainsaw Man until like the climax of the movie.
So
Like
what? Yeah,
throughout,
the third act.
yeah, throughout the movie, we're just seeing him going on dates with Makima and then going on dates with Reze, and we see what's going on with like Aki and Angel and hell, Power, one of the most popular characters, is out of the movie. Like
Yeah, that
she,
threw me off. Not gonna lie, that kind of threw me off a bit.
yeah,
The story was so good, I was okay with it, but like Power not being
yeah.
involved at all, it kind of soured me a bit. That her,
It it was really interesting because I feel like they needed to so that they could let the other characters like breathe and develop because she's such a force of personality that
yeah.
like when she's on screen she kind of needs to be the focus. So I feel like that's why they did that. It happened in the manga too. So
I
like
was about to
it's
ask actually,
cool.
like was that following the manga where like Power was involved? Because I could imagine the exchange between Power and Rezi where it's like they size each
Yeah.
other up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually it follows the manga one to one. Like there's very little changes. But I really like what they did. That I love the music. I adore the music that's playing when they're in the pool. I think it's become one of those scores that like I think it's hard to forget. And the scene itself is also very very beautiful. Um, so I like that. I like that we have this development of the characters. I like that we get to see the other characters shine, like Aki, and especially his relationship with the Angel Devil. I think it's also like tested and shown in this movie, which I think shows the status of those two characters really well. We have a few other characters that like come up, like Kobani and the Shark Beam, but they're mostly like background side characters just to help the other characters move forward. Um, but I like that. I like that we have those characters back. I like that we get to see them in like glorious, very pretty colors. I don't know if you saw this. Oh, you saw this at home, right?
Yes, well on
I yeah.
massive like 50 no, our 60-inch TV, like 4K.
Yeah, this movie was released on IMAX and I got to see it in like a really
Oh man,
fat big screen.
I can imagine
And
the seizures
like,
people had.
dude, it was incredible. I love that anime has become this mainstream where like we can see a big fat, like big budgeted, like anime movie in like the best quality possible and like the biggest screen possible. Because like I think back of like the days when we were like scouring for DVDs behind Suncoast to just to try to find something that would like,
I
yeah,
remember I remember when they used to only do like a limited release, like it's only gonna be available one day on a random ass Tuesday
yeah,
in the
like
shittiest little theater that they have, the one that only seats like 20 people.
gone are the days, man. Between this and the Demon Slayer movie and the Jujutsu Kaisen movie, I think this has been a good year for anime. Not a particularly great year for animation, but a good year for anime.
Mhm.
But yeah,
No, animation did pretty good. The Minecraft movie came out. That's sarcasm. That's sarcasm.
yeah,
Minecraft did
we're
not
not
deserve to almost break a billion.
gonna fucking move past that. But yeah, back to this. Yeah, I like the follow up. I like that, we're not watching violence. We're not watching like, them killing demons like all the time. We're watching Denji go through this emotional journey and we're compelled by it. We're compelled by it until like it's time. We're like, okay, now it's time for like, blood and like
Yeah.
sharks and like demons, like everything. But like for a good this movie's 100 minutes. I would say for the first like 70 of those we're just watching people being people.
Yeah. There's a lot of interaction.
Yeah,
I think they're betting that we're so invested in Denji as a character that we're okay with there not being a lot of action. Because I don't think there really is, right? Not until Reze goes off. And then at that point, that's when we have the attack on headquarters, Aki, Angel. We have all those not demon slayers, hunters, demon hunters, demon
yeah,
slayers,
Demon Hunters. Yeah,
getting slaughtered by Rezi. And I'm like, aren't you supposed to be the best of the best, or is she really this good? And then I see her, I'm like, oh gosh, she is that good. She's massacring these people.
yeah, she's a
Um,
fucking threat.
and you see also, I'll be honest here, I was not. I think I guess if I can have another criticism, I would say they didn't do a great job with the story between Aki and Angel. I
Okay.
understood it the further we got, but I feel like there could have been some work done as far as like, why do you hate Angel so much? He's lazy. I'm sure there's more to it than that. And I
Well,
didn't know Angel's powers. I didn't understand his powers until they said, how much time of my life did I just lose? Probably like a
yeah,
month. Like that would have been nice to know earlier, because also that would have given context when as that dude that's suffering, and Aki's like, just use your power. Like, you can put him out of his misery, give him a painless death. And Angel's like, I don't want to do it.
yeah,
I, so wait, what the fuck is his power? Like, just slit his throat? What's going on?
yeah. The thing was that Angel was introduced in like the last episode of season one, and
Did they
yeah,
mention his powers?
like
Because I don't remember. I do not remember.
they do like a little quick like because Makima just tells him like, okay, this is your new partner. Because like remember like Aki lost his partner in like season one,
The one
which
that
was
threw
the
up in Denji's mouth, am I right?
yeah, that one. Yeah, he
With
lost her.
the eye patch?
Eye patch, yes. So he's also seeing Angel as like, this is not my partner. Like,
Yeah.
who is this child? Getting them away from me. Um, but yeah, but it's they do like have like a moment where it's like if I touch you, like you'll start losing like, you know, days, weeks of your life. And he goes like, well, if we do it with like something in between, is that okay? And she goes like, yeah. But that's it. That's like the length of like Angel in like season one. Yeah, Angel will become like he's pretty much like Aiki's permanent partner until like the end. So,
Chainsaw Man ended?
what's up?
Has Chainsaw Man ended?
Yes and no.
I know, Denji's time as the main character ended, right?
Yes and no.
He's still present. I'm not saying, folks, he's not dead. But like his story has,
The story of headquarters and like the public safety and the demon hunters,
yeah,
that's finished.
yeah.
And the story moves into like a completely different direction. Denji's still there. Denji's still like he's the main character. There's another character that's also like the main character.
Mhm.
But it's told from like this other girl's perspective. They're just there too, and like he's still very much like the focus, but it's told through another girl's like perspective. If you look it up, you're gonna get spoiled like immediately. Just so you know.
No,
Uh,
I'm just curious what the secondary main character is.
yeah, her name is oh God, what was her
Miatu?
name? Aza.
Aza. So is she Aza? Let me see.
Yeah.
Aza. I'm curious if I've ever seen her. Oh, ASA.
ASA.
She looks
Yeah.
like Makima.
That's just how Fujimoto draws, I guess.
No, but her eyes also like they're not
Yeah.
human eyes.
Yeah, because that's a whole different issue.
The Makima workout train? I don't want I'm not clicking on that. I'm not clicking on that link. I'm on a work computer.
Anyway,
Nope.
no, back to this. Yeah, I can tell you that there is a conclusion to this whole storyline, and like whatever happens next, that's a different. It's almost like an entirely different series.
Hmm.
But what I can tell you this is like, yeah, Angel does become, Aki's like partner, and they start by the end of the movie, they have kind of learned a little bit just to trust each other.
Yeah.
And a big deal is this moving along of Aki, where he's like, I've lost enough partners, I've lost enough, I've lost my family. Denji and Power have become family to him, and he's like, I don't want to lose them.
Yeah.
Like whatever happens to me, don't let them suffer,
Yeah. Take care of them.
and and Angel is also like becoming a part of that. Like he could have let Angel die in that
Yeah.
moment, and like when he decides to like hang on to him and like hold him and be like, and then ask him like, how much did I lose? And what did he say? Like a month?
Yeah. He lost about a month. He just
Yeah,
looks so fucking annoying. Like, God damn it.
yeah, yeah. That becomes a big thing moving forward, especially with what Angel ends up doing at the end of the movie. But we'll get to that.
Can I say something kind of like I thought it was a little funny. Just not
Yeah.
funny, but more like, I respect Denji. He's very open-minded. When he has that stupid daydream scene where he's saying Makima,
Oh yeah.
Reze, and Power in lingerie, and then he still sees
Yeah.
Angel. He's like, he's a guy, so he's not an option. I'm like, but you're so date. I mean, like, dude, you do you, man, do you? I guess.
He's no, because like he still thinks like he thinks about him, and then he goes like, "Oh wait, no, he's a guy. No, never mind." Like,
Which honestly, I would not have known unless Denji pointed it out. It's very androgynous. That's not negative. I'm commenting.
yeah, yeah, no, it's purposely done. It's like like an angel. Like we're not supposed to know. Like, is it a guy or a girl? Like, I guess it doesn't
I
matter
never
even.
thought
But
about
yeah,
that. Like
yeah,
Frieza. Frieza could go both ways. Kind of.
yeah, kind of. Yeah, depends on the evolution, I guess.
The final form, I would argue, could be because the voice is very androgynous, but like
Yeah.
sometimes depending on the voice actor, more female. I'm sorry, I've been watching a lot of Dragon Ball Z Abridged and Dragon Ball Z lately. I've been showing. Wait, oh shit! I showed Ollie. I'm watching Dragon Ball Z with Ollie, but like someone edited it to where it's like the whole arc is in like a 4.5 hour film. Cut all
Okay.
the filler, all
Okay.
killer, no filler.
Okay.
So we're right now we're on the Namek arc. Goku's about to fight Frieza.
You gotta do the thing that we all went through when we were children.
What?
Okay, maybe this didn't happen to you, but like growing up in Mexico, like with the channel where they would play like Dragon Ball,
Uh-huh.
they would do this thing where like they would get to like a specific episode,
Uh-huh.
and you would be like, "Oh fuck yeah! Like Gohan's gonna go level 2 next week. Like yeah, I can't wait."
And then
You talk
skip.
to you talk to your friends during during like recess. You're all excited. You all have theories because like the internet just doesn't like brain rot us yet. So
Yeah.
we're all like, "Oh, what do you think this is?" And we're all like drawing, and we're all like, discovering this and like bonding and like everything. And then you go back home, and then you turn on the TV, and you're like, "Oh my God, what's gonna happen next?" And they go back to the fucking Raditz arc. And you're like, God damn it,
They do that to you
again.
guys?
They did that to us like repeatedly. Talk to anyone that grew up in Mexico and ask them like, hey, when you were watching Dragon Ball, did they ever like go back to
Just,
the fucking Raditz arc? Yes, of course. Like yes.
oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And now
Oh
we can watch
no.
anime on a fucking watch. Look how far we've come.
No.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Anyways, back
Sorry,
to
bring me back to
yeah.
Chainsaw Man.
Yeah. Back to this. How did you feel about like the relationship between like Denji and Reze? Like, and especially
I
how do you feel
loved
about it? Like, yeah, how do you feel about the relationship? Like after you saw like the movie, you're like, oh, were you able to see that it was all an act, or like were you like totally convinced by the start?
no, so okay. After the film, after watching the film, no, so I and I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I am fully convinced it was not all an act. I think it's one of those situations where it's like, oh, they didn't know what was happening, what's going on. I'm fully convinced it was not all an act, that there was some genuine emotion because you can't fake it that long. You can't do it that much unless there's some degree of genuine feelings there. Um, and if you think I'm wrong, just look at what happened at the very end. After Rezi revealed who she was, what she was doing, she tried fucking murdering this guy. She murdered, I don't know how many thousands upon thousands of people in the city. And he was still like, we can still run away together if you want to. I think for her to have someone react to her in such a way of like, not like, you're a monster, you're evil. Hey, do you want to like go and try going to school together, maybe? I think that was genuine. I think it broke her open and she was willing to go. And you saw it at the very end when she's running towards him. She's like, fuck it. Let's go. Let's run away together. And I think, and I dove into it. That's why I said it was the tragedy of this. And it makes Makima that much more evil to have taken Denji's opportunity at the very least happiness. I mean, for him to he was so close. He packed his bags. He was ready to go. He was ready to say goodbye to everything because hey, I love this girl. She's the first person to ever be kind to me. She tried to kill you. Yeah, but like we talked it out, kind of. I mean, I really did love the relationship. That's why I say my biggest criticism of this film is that I wish we could have had more time with them. Maybe going on dates, meet cutes, interactions, dinner. Imagine they go to a really fancy restaurant and then she's like, what the fuck's the difference between these three forks? And Reggie's just like, I don't know, just grab once. Like, I don't know either. Cute things like
Yeah.
that. Or have them go to the movies and be laughing together. Like,
Yeah.
this is a film, this is a series about devils and angels and death and destruction and citywide threats and the end of the world. But all I wanted was more cutesy stuff with Denji and Rezi. Doesn't that say something about how well it was written and what a great character she is? I maybe she will be to the Chainsaw Man fan base what Broly was to DBZ for like 20 years, where it's like, man, we want more of this character. It's a shame we are not going to get it.
Mhm. Oh man, like you really nailed it. Like there's something so good about this arc. Like when I was reading the manga, I was like, this arc is so good. And then when they said like, oh, the anime is like going to stop here, and I was like, no, not before the Reze arc, because they even the anime, like the last little scene of the anime ends with like Reze like walking, like you see like her back, like you see her walking towards like something. So she's teased at the end as like, we know that she's coming. And then when they said like, oh, the Reze arc is gonna be like its own movie, fucking great. Great. This
Huh.
is
I never caught that.
perfect. Yeah, it's perfect for like a movie. And I loved, like I mentioned, watching this in theaters. Like I think it really worked. I love their chemistry. I love the ending to the movie. I like that it really gives us like a moment where like if I didn't know what was coming, I would have also like felt like, yeah, that was their chance. It was their chance of happiness.
It
And
was
like
devastating. To
yeah,
me,
and
not knowing
like
what was about to happen, it was I knew there's no way they were gonna leave, but like
yeah,
she's right there. She's right.
yeah,
It's not even like she gets killed at the train station. He's happiness is literally like 20 feet that way. You
yeah.
poor son of a bitch.
And it actually the tragedy goes both ways. A lot of people don't catch this, but like Denji will always think that she never showed up. Like he's gonna sit there with the flower. He sits there for the flowers, and she thinks like, well, she never even like considered coming back. The flip back of that is that Reze died thinking that Denji set him a trap. like like she knows about Makima, like because when she's talking to him, she goes like, "Oh, you're with Makima. Fuck this. Like I'm out." Like yeah, uh,
I never
like
thought about that.
yeah. Resek comes to pick up Denji, and like Makima kills her, like cold blooded, and the last thoughts that Resek has. I mean, we hear it. We hear she's saying like, "I never even went to school," but she was probably thinking like also like, "Motherfucker set me a trap." Like he was also like playing. you
See,
know?
I didn't catch that. I thought she was saying that like as in like almost like if she could have kept talk if she could have talked to Denji. I th That's how
Yeah.
I took it.
Yeah.
But what you're explaining really makes a lot of sense internally as far as like is she like I thought you actually cared about me.
Yeah.
I didn't, dude, I did not. Wow.
It's
I did not think of it
bonkers,
like
man.
that.
It's bonkers. Like it really goes both ways. Like they're both tragic in like similar ways. Like they're both, you know, they're like almost equals, you know. They just have different paths. And it's fuck, it's tragic.
I mean, I can't imagine like poor Denji, man. I think season one did so much heavy lifting for his character. Like, I don't think any episode, single episode, has done more to build a character than the first episode of Chainsaw Man. Because not only does it introduce Denji, it endears him to the audience. Because he's like toast with jam. There's
Like,
multiple
what
jams.
a feast.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! And like, and when Pucheta.
Who? Pochita. Yeah, Pochita.
When Puchita dies, like,
Yeah.
oh, my heart broke. Like, no single episode has done more heavy lifting than I think Chainsaw Man episode one. So this film, like, we're so invested in Denji, we just want him to be happy. Like, he's not the brightest. He's kind of crass, but he's not a bad guy. He's just a good. He's a decent dude. I don't know. I don't even know if I can call him a good dude. He's just a decent guy who happened to get stuck by at becoming the Chainsaw Demon. Or they got stuck fusing with the Chainsaw Devil.
Yeah, it's and that little speech that because like we constantly have this ongoing story of like the difference between the city mice and the country mice. Like it's constantly being brought up. Aki and Angel talk about it, and then that whole speech that like Makima gives at the end. Because like I cannot imagine not knowing what is Makima and then just seeing her appear out of rats. Like, because like I saw that and I went like, yeah, that's Makima. But like, imagine not knowing,
Yeah.
just being like, what the fuck? She can transform out of rats? Like, what is this bitch? Like, you know?
Yeah.
Um, but like, she comes out and like she's doing like, I fucking love the way she's written. Like, she could come out as like, you know, like coming out of rats, but no, she comes out all cool, just holding like a rat and being like, I like the city mouse too. And it's like, motherfucker, you're a bitch. I love you, but you're a bitch. Oh God. Um, I love this character, man. I love it. And
I
she
might
kills
read the
Reze
manga
in
just
like
to figure out find out what happens because I cannot imagine how many more seasons of the show do you think we have until we get to the end of her arc, like her
I
story?
would say one. I would say
You
one.
think by the end of season two she's dead?
Yeah, did not that was not my answer to that question. I was like, do you think the public safety arc will conclude in one season? Yes, I do think so.
Okay, how many seasons until she's dead?
I can't answer that.
Two seasons?
I can't answer that.
All right then,
No,
what do you say I?
don't.
How many more seasons until Makima is dead?
Why would you bring up such an anti-art comment in this beautiful little
Oh,
sanctuary of like anti-art, anti-art, you know, of this cathedral?
we were talking about how Makima
Makima,
is
yeah.
the biggest
So,
bitch and you love her.
yeah, I love her. Yeah. I don't know if I ever showed you, I have a framed drawing on my wall of
Never.
like it's so it's the scene from the Shining,
Uh-huh.
like the part when like Jack Nicholson sneaks in and is like, "Here's Johnny,"
Uh-huh.
but it's Makima's face.
Really? You know
Yeah,
what? I know, I see it. Oh my God, wait,
yeah,
I've seen it. I have seen that art somewhere.
yeah. I have it like I contacted the artist and I got like a little print of it and I have it
That
framed now on my wall.
I have seen it. Also, there's a lot of okay, I'm gonna have to delete my search history now.
Yeah, yeah. You should. Yeah, I. You don't
There's
even
a
have to
lot
tell
of
me.
why is there so much Makima stuff and I doubt she ever wears a bikini. Why is there so much?
She actually doesn't, and yet,
I'm assuming that's all fanboy art.
we see Makima in three outfits
Mhm.
like throughout the whole series.
A suit, a really
We
long
see that.
dress, and another really, really long dress.
No, we see her in like suit, tie, long coat. That's one. We
Mhm.
see her in like a long black dress at the beach. and that's
Mhm.
later. And the date outfit, I guess, when she goes out with Denji, and that's
Is there a
it.
reason why she's always so covered? Ah, so we
Yes
don't see
and
all the
no.
tattoos from her demon stuff.
Yes and no. Not about the tattoos. Can't
Is
say.
to conceal the demon?
Can't
Or
say.
okay, that's
Can't say.
fine. Fine.
Can't
Fine.
say. Anyway, no, I love the ending that she has when like we see Reza about to run towards Denji and like blocked
Mhm.
by Makima, the rats, the spears, which we later see Angel like on the roof throwing them. And after Reze is like out, Makima even like takes a moment to like turn to Angel and be like, "I told you to bring Aki." Like,
Oh, oh my
like
God, I didn't catch that part.
yeah, she
I
goes
just
like,
thought that she was
I
pissed with Angel, like that he was like sloppy or like he was slow.
yeah. She tells him like, I also told you to bring Aki. Like you disobeying me.
And what
And
was Angel scared? I don't remember.
Angel is kind of like, kind of
Whatever.
feels anyway, like all the time. He kind of feels like just he's like a little sad boy. Doesn't feel much. But yeah, but that's what the movie like decides to end, except for like the little after credit scene, which is very
Yeah,
nice. I don't know if you saw it.
I like it with power. Yeah, I thought it was kind of cute.
Yeah, I
Although
like
I don't
that.
want him with power. I see power as like Olivia Benson, and he's like Stabler. I'm like, no, 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 don't.
Benson and Stabler had a ton of chemistry.
No, they have chemistry, but they never like, you know what I mean?
Did you did you see them present at like the Emmys once? Like a couple of
No.
years ago, like the actors, I forgot
Yeah.
their names. They presented like an award,
Uh-huh.
and they like came in like walking like she's they're like linking arms and they're like walking. They're like, oh, like TV's cop detective, like the first man and first lady of like cop detectives in TV. Like they
Yeah.
came in and they like came in and they're like, good to see you, good to see you. And they like kind of look at each other and they're like, and they like start to like lean in and then they're like, oh wait, no, no, we have to present. Okay, yeah, let's go back.
Ah, bastards. Ah, I'm glad they never hooked up though. That's the one I'm always like, that's a good story. Like they're legitimate partners. But
They didn't they, I have a question just because I'm not like well versed into like what was that show name? Is that
Lawnmower?
like yeah, I'm not that well into Law and Order. Was he always like his hair, was it always like that? Did he always have like
Yeah,
widow
no, he
speak?
no, he always had balding spot. Like he was always like
Okay.
balding in the show. And then like
Okay.
he just started shaving it completely.
Okay. Okay.
He always
Yeah.
looked like
Anyway.
an older middle-aged man with who was losing his hair. That's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I just always had that question. Anyway, no, back to
I
this.
well,
Yeah.
real quick, how would you rate this film? Like what would you think?
It's the number one movie in Letterboxd in 2025, and I contributed. I gave this a 5 out of 5, a big fat 5.
I give it a 9 out of 10. Like I
Okay.
really liked it. Again, the only criticism I have, make it longer. That's the only thing I can say.
If I can, I mean, if you want more, there's more. You just have to read it.
I
That's
know I
it.
plan on reading it. This show is so good. This story is so good. I think I'm actually gonna read the manga just to catch up, just to watch it.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
You call me when you're done with that because, like, Jesus.
okay. I
Yeah.
had one thing spoiled for me, and I'm not gonna include it here, but I'm like, seems a
Okay.
bit extreme, but okay.
Okay. Yeah, well, we'll talk about that after the review. Wait, I didn't even get to ask you. How did you feel about like the action part? Like, how did you feel about the
Oh,
climax with like the car chases and the tornado and the shark and like everything? Like,
genuinely loved every second of it. Genuinely, the action sequences were insane. They were very creative. They were very like the colors, the well, when I said in my video review, I have not seen a battle this good since uh I'm sorry, Gogeta versus Broly. Like the colors, the animation, the creativity, it was all amazing. All of it, all the way through. I genuinely have not seen something this good in a very long time.
yeah, I really like also that like they managed to find a way to hide little pieces of comedy in between like all the action. Like there's a moment in the car chase where like Denji's like in the car and like he's already like on top of the car and he's transformed. And he's like, no, but like you won the Chainsaw Man heart, but what about Denji's heart? Like
Oh
you
yeah.
broke me, you bitch. And then she just goes like, but I do love you. He goes like, oh really? And then like Aki's in
Really?
the car, like motherfucker, like pay attention, like
Kill her. Yeah.
like kill her, like like come on, like you see something like that, you see the shark fiend, and you see him riding it with like the chains, like as if it
But
was a horse. He actually yeehaws, like he and he's there riding in this tornado of bomb explosions, and you have to think like, is this for me or is
no,
this not for
this is
me?
cinema. I hope somewhere Martin Scorsese is like, this is cinema.
I don't know if you know this, but like the this is cinema, like this meme, it came out of Chainsaw Man. Like it came as a reaction to Chainsaw Man.
I didn't know
Like
that.
that's the origin. Like that's the
But
origin. So like this
I
was
hope Martin
obviously
has seen
meant
the
to be
I hope Martin
cinema.
sees this movie.
It's gonna give him a heart attack if he sees this movie. Like, I mean,
Uh,
knock on wood. I don't want to lose Marty in this. The year barely started, but like, man, imagine not enjoying something like this. Imagine seeing something so gloriously insane and creative and fun and not enjoying it. Couldn't be me. Couldn't relate. Skill issue. Fuck off if you don't like this movie. I had a fucking blast, and I plan on rewatching it a lot of times, and I plan on rewatching it again before season two comes out. What would you score? Oh, you gave this a nine.
yeah.
Close nine.
Well, no, high nine, high nine.
Okay, high nine.
Again,
Um,
if they tacked on maybe like 20 more minutes, I think it could have been a 10.
okay.
I I gotta okay.
All right, we'll run. We'll run. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Our recommendation is that you watch Chainsaw Man: The Rest Arc, watch the anime as well, and be ready for season two when it drops. We'll be trying to do more reviews starting now that we're back a little bit on our normal schedule. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us. My name was Chema,
I've been Eddie.
and thank you so much for joining the rollback. Have a good day, everyone.